Good morning. This is a Vera cameo. My sweet girl is so shy. She prefers. Like, she looks so grumpy. Why are we so grumpy this morning, girl? Why are we. You look so upset. She never likes to be in front of the camera, and today she's letting me record her. Look who keeps wanting to make a cameo. My sweet grumpy girl. She's becoming less and less camera shy. She's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Ugh. So, first month of 2026, January, done, over with. I would have to rate it maybe 6.5, maybe 7 out of 10. I have my journal here, and I'm going to tell you everything I accomplished in January 2026. Okay, so my achievements so far. I've read 4 books so far this year. Okay, so last year I only read about like 7, maybe 10 books in total. I cannot tell you what books I read really. I bought books, but I never really read them. But I have my books right here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. So, I read Ghost Eaters. All right, this book, okay, I got it from the public library, and I've always seen it, but I never had like the urge to like buy it. So I just ended up just renting it from the library. A 5 out of 5. It was so good. Okay, if you don't know what Ghost Eaters is about, it is about a drug to where you can see like the dead, or you can like summon the dead with this drug. And it's just such a powerful book discussing about like addiction and loss, but all like the imagery and everything within it is so well written. And I just feel like starting off as a horror reader, this was a top contender for me this year so far. The next book I read was The Devil She Knows. I am starting to get into romance novels, and what's a better way to get into romance novels than mixing in my top genre, horror. So, The Devil She Knows is about this girl named Samantha who goes through a very bad breakup, and she ends up accidentally making a deal with the devil to try to win her girlfriend back. I think this book would make the best TV series ever, because every chapter there's something to hold on to. Like there's never such like a little fluff chapter to where it's like, oh, just passing the time. Each chapter like had a grip on me. Okay. Also, if this ever turns into a TV show, the devil, Daphne, I need Sabrina Carpenter to play her. The vibe, everything about her, anytime I read with anything with Daphne in it, Sabrina Carpenter, just right in front of my face. The next 2 other books I read were audiobooks. One was called Bound by Ali Hazelwood, and that was a romance novel. It was a novella, very short, very easy. I think I would have liked it a little bit more if it was a physical book and not just an audiobook, just for the fact that, yes, just for the fact that I think when it comes to audiobooks, it was 2 actors. It was the female, and then it was the male character talking. The female character, I really enjoyed her voice. Very easygoing. Itched my brain right. The guy voice, I guess I imagined him to be like Pedro Pascal, but his voice was very deep and British. Well, he was a British character. Obviously, it's gonna be British. But I just was not vibing with his voice. So anytime he spoke, I was like, okay, let's get this done and over with. But it was a cute little book. It was about like maybe 8, maybe 9 hours. But I like the premise of it. It was about a girl who was a, what's the word for it? Not a criminal, con artist, okay? And this professor, I don't want to spoil it, finds out she's a con artist and they kind of collab to like trick someone. I don't want to give a spoiler about it, but it is like a little romance novella, and there is a little steam in it, a little spice. And then the very last book I read or listened to was Sour Candy. I cannot remember the author's name to save the life for me, but Sour Candy was a 2 hour and 30-minute audiobook that I just wanted something cute and short to listen to while I was cleaning the other day. And it was a horror novel, and oh my goodness. Have y'all ever seen that one movie? It starts with a V, it has Jesse Einsberg in it, but it's basically a newly married couple who move into a really like weird neighborhood, and they basically move into this house and a little boy appears, and this little boy is like, "Mommy, Daddy, you're home," and then they're basically forced to be like held captive to be this like thing, this like parent. That's what Sour Candy is basically, but more folktale. Um Basically there's a little boy who's screaming in like the Walmart or something, and this man was like, "Hey, what's up?" He accidentally eats a piece of sour candy the boy offers him, and then he's stuck with him. It was a very short and easy audiobook. The ending caught me so off guard. It was a big twist for me at the end. I didn't see it coming, but I really enjoyed Candy. Why do I always stutter? I really enjoyed Sour Candy. But those were the 4 books I read so far in 2026. But my other accomplishments, we have also, I got a library card. So going back to the books I read earlier, one of them was a library book. I have been wanting to grab a library card for so long. I used to go to the library a lot when I was a little girl, and they recently like rebuilt the public library downtown in my town. So I was like, this is a perfect time. I can go and pick up a library card and save money. Plus it's also something just free for me to do, because whenever I just go chill in a bookstore, I feel tempted to like buy something. Now I can get something and I don't have to buy it. Next thing I've done, I'm cooking more and I'm not buying fast food. Okay, so I work full time. Okay, so sometimes meal prepping, sometimes cooking can take a lot out of me, but I've been doing it a lot more often, and I've just been experimenting with food. I've been trying new things, and it's been a lot of fun. I have really gotten into like the whole mojo of just like trying new dishes, trying new spices and everything. And I've been trying to like lose weight. So it also has been helping with that as well. Making sure I walk more, okay? So I kind of have just an office job, so I'm basically sitting for a good chunk of my day. So me making sure I got to stand up and basically do laps helps a lot, okay? My clothes have been fitting a little bit better. I have been going on, not every day, but like little nightly walks. It's still cold outside, so it's kind of hard. And I basically work a 9 to 5, so it's kind of hard to do it during the day. But I'm going on little walks, so I'm proud of myself. I started my book club, and I'm becoming more social, okay? 2025, we all know, the year where I was all a little in the head. I used to be very extroverted. I lost that last year. So this year, I've gotten a lot better. Round of applause, round of applause. Starting that book club was something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to meet new people, meet new friends and everything. And the girls I met were so nice. They were so sweet. The book we're about to read, so far I've only read 3 chapters. So good. But I'm excited. I'm excited to learn these new people, like, personalities and what they like and everything. But I'm proud of myself. I'm taking my vitamins, okay? I used to believe vitamins don't really do anything. Why do I feel better? Why do I feel more complete? Why does my skin look this good? Why does my hair look that shiny? Vitamins, okay? Making sure I eat the correct amount of nutrients also helps. All right, I take pro and prebiotics. I take ashwagandha. Is that how you say it? I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And apple cider vinegar. Those have just been helping me. You've probably seen it on TikTok Shop, the gulai vitamins, but it could be a placebo effect. It could be working. I could be psyching myself out. Either way, I feel pretty good with them. So that's a win for me. I got an interview for a new career. So I have always wanted to become a librarian. All right. I have to go back to school for that, obviously. In Texas, you do. But there are some jobs who hire you while you're doing that, while you're like in the process of it. And I got an interview and it went pretty well. So I'll find out this week what possibilities could happen. But that has been my 2026 so far. Okay. Only good things so far. A few tragedies, but I keep seeing the ups so far. But in February, I have 3 little goals. I haven't written down my third one, but it's in my brain. So I'm going to tell y'all. So my goals for February. All right. Be in nature more. Okay. I know it's cold, but I need to soak up the sun. First off, I'm very pale right now. Okay. I live in Texas, so this weekend's going to be like 70 degrees. So you best believe I'm going to be outside. All right. Second, journal and write more. Okay. I literally bought this journal for a reason, and I've written in it like 3 times. So I want to write more. I used to write all the time. I used to be really good at it. But when it comes to my journaling and writing, I don't want to just write about the sad things. I feel like that's what I always do. I just tend to write whenever I feel sad. I also want to write down like whenever life is good. Like I want to remember all the good moments I have in my life, not just the sad and depressing moments. So I'm gonna write more. And then the last thing I have yet to write down, but I guess it was on the top of my head earlier. I feel like it has to do with something with not procrastinating no more. No, I lied. I want to create at least 5 YouTube videos in the month of February. Okay. I want to make at least 5 videos. All right, so maybe I could go with procrastinating. I really want to put myself out there. I always say I want to do something and I never do it. So I'm making sure I at least make 5 videos. This one does count. So technically, I only have to make 4 more. So we shall see what I post next. Maybe I'll post like what I'm reading. Maybe I'll make vlogs. Maybe I'll make cook with me videos. Like, I don't know. I don't really have a goal or a plan. But all I know is that I want to make at least 5 videos. So I think that's the end of this video. I am so happy for everyone who's watched so far and has seen my book club vlog, and I'm glad y'all stayed long enough to see all the goals I've accomplished so far, and I'm so excited to share more. But until next time.